Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review, and now back to a reviewing of season 2 of Hell's Paradise. Season 2 of Hell's Paradise, episode 24. Now we're back to focusing on the fight between with Yuzuriha, Gabimaru, and with the member of the Tensen, was it Ran? So after last time we saw, Gabimaru got almost beat to shit, tossed and thrown, and he's almost on the brink of death, so. And he's remembering he has to get back to his wife, and now he had one of those flowers. One of the flowers that if you get scratched with or injected with it, you get turned into flowers, right? Well, you can use it as a regeneration though. Like it was happening with Chobe. Previously it would work basically if you're almost on the brink of death, basically, because it was explained with Chobe, right? He was almost dead when he got wrapped in those vines, and it gave him the power, right, of the Tensen. And so Gabimaru took one of those flowers from earlier, and he injected himself with it, and he starts begin to regenerate because he has like this big old gash right here, almost severing his arms, and then it just heals up. And then he's just remembering more stuff with his wife. He wants to get back no matter what, though. Even if it costs him his life, though, he will make it back there before, though. And we see more of his wife, um, Yui, and like he like had a mission that didn't involve any killing, and his in the flashback he sees like his shinobi guy comrade saying, "Why didn't you kill those people?" It's like, is you being married now has changed you? And then there's another mission he was doing, and he has blood all over his face, and he's telling his wife that, "Hey, don't look at me, I don't want you to see me like this." But to her, it doesn't matter because he's him, So she's the light of his life that gives him, meaning, So it doesn't matter if he has that stuff on his face, and it's just like you're you. And so after he adjusts himself, he gets a regeneration, starts fighting, but he's still getting his butt kicked. And the Yuzuriha, she's badly wounded, but she's still willing to fight. But because thing is, well, she has grown since this journey. Yeah, cause yeah, she has her own life that she wants to protect. Being selfish. Yeah, she cares only about her life and nobody else's. But to escape this place of life, you have to help each other, and so yeah, you want to at the same time protect your own life, but also you need to help each other's the other life out as well to try to survive though. So and and it was just so and realize that there's another ventricle. Gabimaru's fire ability doesn't work because the Tensen has a water attribute, and while Yuzuriha has earth, so they're working together trying to make it work. And there is a weakness. I would say it's called a weakness, but they they've been at this going on for an hour now, because they say like with maybe it's like so it's like if you keep doing this for an hour, they tend to their form will try to like dissipate because it uses up so much towel, right? So and there was even Shion was saying, hey, well, that's gonna be quite tough, trying to last an hour, right? So, but it turns out it's because they've been weakened because they've been fighting for an hour now. So it's just it's not weakening them. The guy turned back like into his human form, but he's all shriveled up because he used up so much of his towel. And with Yuzuriha, despite her wound, she delivers the blow. Tosses one of her daggers and right into the tendon, and he falls, and after that he just disintegrates. So finally they won, and now they're trying to bait us into thinking that Yuzuriha is going to die because of her wounds, right? And so he's like, "Hey, let's get going." He's like, "No, I'll stay behind to get. I want to get some rest. You go on ahead." And so we see her just sitting there with her wound bleeding. Now, is that supposed to mentally she's because we just see like some of these characters are gonna die, but I don't assume that Yuzuriha is gonna die, So I think they're just baiting us in to saying, oh, leaving her like that, it's like the whole here I'll stay behind, you go on ahead, and then later you die, right? I don't think she's gonna die though. I think she'll find a way to get her wounds off, and then come back afterwards. So if she doesn't come, if we don't see her again afterwards, then okay, she did die from her wounds though. But I just think it's like a kind of a wimp way for a great character like her to go out like that though. But at the moment though, I would say she's still alive and not dead yet though. So she'll probably pop back up in sometime. So I'm like, yeah, just I don't think she's not. To me, I don't think she's not dead yet though. Even though she kind of looks when she's like this, sitting like this, looking like she's dead, but I don't think she's not though. So then we get back to Sagri with May talking to the other Tensen, and now we see like um as the Tensen's about to walk away, there's this loud booming sound, and guess what? Car crashing through the roof. Shugen and his other squad riding on those monsters, they break in. So I'm like, nope. Now it's gonna be another big mess now. Now it's gonna be another huge mess. And now what's Saga gonna say to Shugen? Probably not, because all Shugen cares about is killing all the criminals and all the monsters. So he's probably not gonna be able to listen to reason, listen to Socrates' reason at all now. So now it's just gonna be another hot mess now. So now probably shooting will probably kill May, probably because she's not human at all. So I'm sure that Sagre will probably eject and try to protect May, because she wants off this island. So it's gonna be another big mess, another fight, because now Saga's gonna oppose Shugen, fight back, try to protect May, probably. So, and then with the other Tensen that was reading the book too. So we're gonna see. So, but overall though, great episode regardless. Though, great episode. Now, like I said, for the time being, is Yuzuriha dead? I would think not though. This kind of trying to bait us and think, oh, sure, her wounds are severe. She's gonna die just sitting right there though. So until I see that she does not come back completely, and maybe later on they find her again still sitting there now dead, then I'll be wrong. Then so. But until then, though, I'm still saying that's just baiting me in just to think that she's dead right there. At the moment, I would say she's still alive at the moment, though. So, and when episode to go, I would say, because was it 13? It was 13 episodes, so I would say probably if it's not two more, if not if it's one more, it's one more though after this. So then after that, because there is still more material to go through. So especially with the arrival of Shugen, it's not gonna take another episode, end with another episode like that, just end the fight with one episode. So season 3 is probably going to have to be on the horizon, because to do the full adaptation of the manga material. So yeah, if season 3 is going to be on the horizon after that episode, because all that's not going to get done in one episode. No way of it. No way it is. So, but it is. I will definitely look forward to it. And I also got to mention one more thing, because the animation, once again with the fights of the animation, is very well done. It's been stepping up since the first season though, which is great. Which is great though, but especially the action in this, what I've seen, the animation has been spot on. Definitely been spot on. So that's another praise for the animation of these fight sequences. Definitely. But all that said, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more. We'll see you next time. Later.